be iguana. Welcome to Haircolor Confessional. I'm Angela.
I'm Christine.
And today we have a guest with us, Miss Mary Hughes. She is the distributor sales consultant for Armstrong McCall in Fort Worth. And she's worked for Armstrong McCall for 23 years. She's also a farmer and a beekeeper. And we're going to talk about her farm, which is pretty cool because it's not just like your typical farm. She's got some extra animals on this farm that most people don't have on their farms.
Right.
True.
So welcome, Mary.
Yes, we're
Well,
super
thank
excited
you.
to have
Thank you
you.
for having me.
So how long have you, so you said you worked for Armstrong McCall 23 years, but you've been a sales distributor how long?
Sales consultant. I would say I've done that for Armstrong McCall here in this area since about 2004, around there.
So Mary comes to my salon. So I almost never go into Armstrong because she's so great. She just says, what do you need, Angela? Or I text her, this is what I need. And then I get it delivered, and I'm just so spoiled.
Yeah, you can make an ongoing list the whole week.
When I text her every day at all hours, and she's like, this Angela.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
No, I'll respond.
so tell me how many salons do you go into during the week?
I am now, there used to be 2 sales reps, and so now there's just me, so
Oh, wow.
there's a ton
Oh, wow.
to go to.
Just you?
So it's hundreds.
Hundreds
Yeah.
of salons in Fort Worth or Fort Worth and Burleson?
No,
or...
I just have the Fort Worth area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many Armstrong McCalls are there in Fort Worth?
Well, there's the big one that we have that's off Southwest Boulevard. And then there's also one off a more satellite, it's a smaller satellite store that is associated with us that's over in the Ridgemar area. So those 2 are the only 2 in the Fort Worth area.
Wow, that's a big territory that you've got to cover.
She has to go to all the salons that all the salons that order from Armstrong McCall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you prefer when people text you in what they want, or do you prefer they tell you in person?
Well, I like a combination of both, but I do like people to communicate with me through text.
Okay.
I do, because now, since the COVID situation, it's just changed the dynamics.
Yeah.
Right.
And I do like having that person to person, and you do have to build a rapport with the customer.
Yeah.
So if you haven't done that, then they probably won't order from you. So they don't know you.
You have people who are
So I go see
delivering
them
stuff
too.
right from the store after I've made my order to you, and then you have deliverers that come to the salon and then drop it off.
It's
to make it a
usually
lot more
next day,
convenient.
except if I go on a Friday, they won't get it till Tuesday, because most salons are closed on Monday.
Gotcha. So
But if I go Tuesday, they'll get it Wednesday. If I go Wednesday, you'll get it Thursday. If I go Thursday, you'll get it Friday.
They deliver different days. Okay, so
Yes,
I get
it's
my
a
delivery
route.
on Wednesday.
Right.
So I just thought everybody got their delivery on Wednesday.
because we couldn't go to every salon every
That
day.
makes sense, yes.
We have to have a route, and then we do geographical areas, and we separate it 4 ways and do the different areas on the different days.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
see, I'm
it's
in the
doable.
Arlington store, in the Arlington Armstrong store. So you're not my sales rep. I have a different sales rep. But yeah, that's kind of how they work.
Yeah.
You know, they go into the salons and then they make the orders, or we text them, and then we have a delivery that comes, once a week. To the salons.
Yeah.
So, wow, that's a lot. So how many products do you have in the Armstrong store?
Oh, so thousands.
There's got to be.
So there's multiple brands, but we don't carry every brand in the beauty industry, but we do carry, I would say, the majority of the brands that exist.
So you have hair, you have skincare, you have nail care, and then you have barbicides and
and we have tools,
sanitation stuff,
curling irons. We have everything you need to run a salon. We actually have equipment, so you could get your salon chairs. If you were setting up a salon, you could get everything you need at Armstrong McCall to set up your salon.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, some people don't know we have furniture, like salon furniture. Yeah, but we have the trays, the mats, and everything.
I think I've gotten everything from you.
Do you have a website that you actually can go on?
There is an Armstrong McCall website that you can go to. Yeah, but you can't order from it. But you can look at things. You're supposed to order locally with your local Armstrong McCall because we're a small business. Basically, we have it's like a franchise with an owner. So some other distributors are ran corporately, but we are ran individually by an owner, which makes us more like a small business.
Right. So. And that owner's been the same owner forever.
Yes.
Yes.
Since I worked there.
Since I've been doing hair.
Yeah.
So a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long time. Okay, so tell me, how do you become a sales rep? Do you have to have some kind of credentials that you have to go to all these hair classes and learn about the product knowledge before you go into a salon? Or, I mean, you've been doing it for a really long time. So how do you learn all that knowledge?
Well, it takes time.
Right.
But,
on the job training?
Yeah, it pretty much is. But
because you know a little bit about
I started in the
line.
beauty industry.
Okay.
And just being in the beauty industry through makeup and skincare, then it transferred to hair care. Because when I very first started, I was working with a distributor in Hawaii, and I sold Matrix, which had skincare and makeup at that time. So, and then Sebastian also was a brand that I sold, and they had skincare. And they had makeup.
Yes.
And so that's how I got into it. And then once those brands quit selling that, I just continued to still sell hair products. And then continued. When I moved here to Texas, that was my goal, was to be an outside sales representative for Armstrong McCall, because I liked the Matrix brand. And that was the distributor that sold Matrix, was Armstrong McCall. So that's why I picked Armstrong McCall.
Okay.
Well, they offer so many classes. I know I've been to so many different kinds of classes.
Yes.
And then it's also contributed to my certification to renew my license. So that was kind of a cool perk as well from Armstrong McCall.
Yeah. Yes.
So so you must get a lot of different perks. Not only do you get to bring hair product home to try it out on your own hair so that you can educate us hairdressers how to use the products in the salon, but then also too, you've got to know the background of the ingredients and where they come from.
So we have meetings. We do have meetings, and I'm going to be going to one at the very beginning of August, and it's over the weekend. So I work over the weekend and go to these meetings when they have them. And all the manufacturers go there. I have manufacturer representatives that I talk to with any questions. So if you ever have a question about a brand, let me know if it's one I represent. And I will, ask those questions. If I don't know the answer, I will find out the answer. And I will ask the manufacturer, because I have direct contact with all the brands. Yeah. I have my people.
Right, because you're the sales rep for Armstrong, and then you've got these individual brands that have their own educators and their own sales reps within the company. So you're dealing with those people, and then you actually, when you have a brand that comes into Armstrong McCall and teach classes, then you have the educators that are educating the hairdressers.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're a hairstylist sometimes?
I do color my own hair.
I was going to say, do you do your own hair now?
I don't cut it.
Okay.
I don't want to go there. But I've always colored my own hair. Because I just think color is so fun.
Well, if I have a question about fun color, I always ask you, because I know you change your hair color all the time. Yeah. Well, it's been pink for a while.
Yeah, I've been doing the rose gold kind of pink color.
Yeah, but you have had all colors.
Yes, I tried purple, but it actually makes your hair turn white. And purple, I'm already getting more white in my hair, and so my husband doesn't really like white yet on me. So when I do pink, it turns blonde eventually. Yeah, so this will turn blonde in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So And then it's time to make it
fun
pink
is
again.
that, to have like, I mean, yeah, so you get a new product within that line, and then you're like, oh, I get to try this out, and then you try this whole
Well, if
line
I don't
out.
try it and I haven't felt it, I can't describe it as well.
Yes.
And
Right.
people do ask me sometimes, like, oh, but I hadn't tried it, you know. But so I need to try the
Yes.
things because you
Right.
can't really talk about something
Yes.
unless you've really
That's true.
experienced it.
That's true.
I know from my personal experience, when I'm, behind the chair and I'm talking to a client, it's like I've got to use that shampoo,
Yeah.
or I've got to use that hair product, or I've got to use that, hair gadget before I can actually tell them what,
Yeah.
I'm not
What they
selling
need to know.
anything I'm not already using.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
and most of the
And you
things,
use a really good brand.
yeah, and most of the things that I use at the salon, I'm using at home on myself. And I've been using the same products for a long time, only because they're so good and I love them and they're consistent. And
that's one way to
I
keep
try
your
new stuff,
clientele
though,
is
but-
by using good products
Yeah.
because you'll lose them if you don't.
right.
Because they'll
Yeah.
be like, I went to her and she ruined my hair.
Right.
But the products you use will not. They'll enhance
I
and make their
know,
hair.
I
so
know. Everybody's like, oh my gosh,
awesome.
since I started coming to you, my hair's like growing. It's
Yeah.
so much better.
There is
Like,
something to that.
Oh yeah, and there's so many clients that we have that it's like they're allergic to some certain ingredients, or they've got to have sulfite free, or they've got to whatever they're looking for, we can usually find for them.
Yeah.
Is there anything in Armstrong that is like, I don't know, you got gluten free and you've got
Well, most of all the brands now have gravitated towards that.
sulfate free. Almost
Yes.
everything is now.
Yes, it's almost hard not to find one
Right.
that isn't that way. But there are still some brands that are just regular, but most or at least have a version of sulfate free
Yeah.
if they don't have everything that way.
Yeah, I remember when it first came out, sulfate free, and then everybody's like, "Oh, there's only
and
this
what's
one."
the big deal about sulfate free? It keeps your coloring better.
Yes, it doesn't
So
strip your hair.
It doesn't
strip your hair. Yeah.
So you're maintaining what you paid.
Right.
to get
If you're
done.
paying for a color, you want it to stay in.
Yes.
And you want it to keep the integrity of your hair.
Yeah.
To
Right.
Be, yeah.
So.
So, what is your favorite part of your job?
I think it's my customers. You know, that's what keeps me going. Because I like helping people.
Okay.
And I keep touching this.
Serving others.
Yeah, building those relationships.
Yes, I think that is the most fun is building those
That's what we
relationships.
think too.
Yeah.
Making people happy and
Yes.
building relationships.
Yes. And making people happy.
That's what we like about our job.
Yes, yes. And I think it's
Yeah.
basically, it's almost the same but different.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
Well, I love educating my clients on new products, on new ways they could do it, new trends. Gosh, if I learn about a new product, then I'm so excited to teach somebody else about the product. But it's also building relationships.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You have to build that rapport with anyone you're going to be in a relationship with. You have to get that.
So you got, tell us a crazy salon story, something that you walked into, you were like, oh no, look what's happening, or while you were there visiting a salon, something crazy was going on. Can you think of anything? I know you've seen crazy things happen.
Well, I'm sure I have. Well, we were talking about something, I thought this was funny.
Okay.
Okay, so it's something that happens in the industry, but a lot of people don't think about it. Okay, you're getting your hair cut, right? Well, there's little bitty pieces of hair everywhere.
Yes.
Those little hairs are razor sharp.
Yes, they are.
So sometimes they get embedded
Uh-huh.
in your body somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
So one time it was pouring down rain, and I'm like running into the salon, and I'm just dripping wet, and the stylist gave me, a clean towel to wipe my face, and it was a clean towel, but it must have had a hair,
Oh, no.
and I got it in my face. So like a day or two later, I was like, oh no.
And those little hairs,
that?
like
Like
it
a
is
splinter.
wedge.
It's
Yeah,
like
they're
a
like little
splinter.
splinters.
It's like a
So
splinter.
that's a crazy thing that
Wedge in
happens.
your
You would just
skin.
never really think about.
Okay, so I have a grandbaby, and it's my son's son, and so he's crawling everywhere now. There was a tiny hair stuck in his foot. No, I say tiny, but it was like almost an inch long. They were like, oh my gosh, like they couldn't believe that could happen. But yeah, he was crawling around, it got stuck in his foot and just kept moving in.
Yeah.
And they had to hold him down and get the
I know.
tweezers, and oh my goodness.
And it's just a hair.
It was
As you would
traumatic.
think, those are the
I know.
The things that happen in the hair industry.
Right? I know. I was telling Mary earlier that I had one wedged in my big toe, and I've been trying to pull it out with tweezers, and I can't get it out. And I'm like, well, if I would only not wear sandals or flip-flops,
Yeah, but it
then
is
I wouldn't
summertime.
have that.
I know, you got to be cool.
Right?
Stay cool.
I know. My feet have to be happy.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I first started doing hair, they were saying you can't wear open-toed shoes.
Yeah, there used to be a law, but
Yeah,
now there's no
sanitation
law.
laws.
Now I was telling her, I used to have to
We're
get
wild
the...
and free with our shoes.
But
Yeah, you have
it's
to get a
not that I'm
test
getting
done
them
and all
in my
this stuff.
fingers because my
Yeah.
hands are so dry, and then when
yeah.
you're doing a man's haircut, those little hairs just wedge into your fingers, and then you're having to, pull them out with.
So those
a
are things
needle or-
hairstylists have to deal with that
Yes.
people just don't know about.
Yeah.
No,
No.
and they hurt.
And
So
they
you forget
do
about
hurt.
it. Yeah, you forget about
They
it.
get
and
you're
stuck
like, what is
everywhere.
that?
They get stuck everywhere.
and you feel it, and then it gets inflamed, and then you're like, oh my gosh, what happened?
So that's a funny story.
Okay, so nothing crazy with a stylist.
Not generally too crazy.
Okay.
No. I mean, I've seen some hair melting going on.
Oh,
You're like,
yeah.
oh no.
You're like, Mary's like, what do I got in my bag here I can help you with?
Let me see what I can go grab. Help you out.
Let me see if I have a magic potion to fix
I
that.
know. But I can definitely get it here tomorrow, but it won't help right now.
Right? You're like, I think I'm going to walk away from this one. Liability. I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Okay, so
Yeah, I wasn't part of that.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll come back with the product stuff, but
Okay.
we're going to talk about your farm real quick.
Okay.
So because I said she's a farmer.
It's true.
Mary has all kinds of things on her farm.
Yeah.
And tell us all the animals you have on your farm.
Okay, I'll start with the craziest first. We have a zebra.
Yes.
And he has a girlfriend that's a donkey. So his name is Zippy, and her name is Zeta. So Zippy and Zeta are besties.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't go anywhere without her.
Oh,
Yeah.
Funny.
So, and vice versa.
And?
Yeah.
What else you got?
I got chickens, turkeys, pigs, bees. I recently got a beehive this
Yes.
year. So
Piglets.
I do have piglets, and if anybody wants a pig, potbelly pig, please get with her, and she will get with me.
Yes.
Okay, so
Contact us because she's wanting to get rid of them. She's got, how many do you have now?
I have 11 piglets right
oh my
now.
gosh. So do you use them as pets, or do you sell
That's
them?
what I
or
would
do
like
you-
them to be
Okay.
as pets. That's my goal. But
But she doesn't need 11 piglets
I don't need that many.
because they're all going to grow up.
But we do have the boys and the girls separated. That's one thing I've figured out about pigs. Okay, you have to separate them early.
Okay.
You know, because
or
very
they-
young they can start reproducing.
Oh, wow.
Really fast. Oh,
Really
wow.
fast. They're like bunny rabbits. I mean, it's crazy. So I figured the math, if all the pigs got pregnant, I would have around 70 to almost 100
Oh,
in
no.
a year. I could have that many pigs.
Oh, no. See, I wouldn't have known that. I would have been like, oh, they're so cute. Leave them all together.
Oh, no.
And no.
and see, I've seen too many barbecue YouTube videos to know how the other route goes with pigs. I'm like, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know if they wanted to be pets or you were going to slaughter them.
Well, you do need to get them really early. About 4 weeks, you need to probably take them away. We waited a little longer than that. So we're trying to get them more friendly. And they come up to the fence, and they know you're going to give them some food. So it's time
and
to
how
eat it.
big do they get?
They're pot bellies, so maybe the mother is about that big.
About 90 pounds?
Yeah, they
150
could get that
pounds?
big.
Yeah.
But, potbelly pigs some are miniature, but most are not tiny, tiny.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and tell us about your bees.
We got those we went to a class in April, and it's very good if you're going to get bees. Take a class, learn about what you're getting yourself into. And then we got our bees in May, and we started with just one box. It's like a starter one, has the hive and the queen. She's marked, she's there. And then we've gotten to a second box, and that one's starting to grow.
Wow.
And I put a third box just because it's empty with nothing in it, just so the heat can rise because it's so hot right now.
So they multiply pretty fast, sounds like.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
When do you think it'll start producing honey? Do you know?
well, I was asked that this year, and I was like, not yet, because it's too soon. I just got it. So and you don't want to just rob them of all their honey. You need to let them feel comfortable in that area. And so then I will probably harvest next year or maybe in the spring or whenever that has grown enough. But in winter, there's certain things you need to do so they don't get too cold. And then there's things you do in the summer so they don't get too hot. And then when there's not enough to eat, you have to feed them. Okay. So there is supplemental food that you do give them.
I was just going to say, okay, so I visualize you putting on this jumpsuit with all your protective gear and going out there. And then do you have to maintain them on a daily basis?
No, you just go, you could.
Every so often to check on your bees?
It's the less probably the better because you don't want to disturb them. They seal everything together. So your boxes, you just sit on top of each other, but when you go to take them off, you can't get them off. Like you have to pry them apart because they stick it together.
Oh, wow.
They're constantly working in there.
And are we talking hundreds of bees, thousands of bees? Okay.
Thousands. Yeah, these would be thousands and
thousands. And are they young bees, older bees?
Well, I think they're probably at different ages because they're reproducing. And there's worker bees. There's one queen bee, and then there's worker bees, and there's drones. Drones are the males. Okay. And drones are very large, and the queen is large, and the worker bees are smaller. So the smaller bees are the worker bees that you'll see.
So the drones, when they mate with the queen bee, then they die, and then she comes back to her hive.
Yeah, she goes on a maiden flight, like when she has when she's young. And once she's done that, she only does it once in her life. She comes back, and then she starts laying all her
fascinating about bees. Now, do you have a ton of flowers and
I do. I do have a garden, and we have tons of flowers in the backyard and sunflowers. And I even see bumblebees. They're not my bees, but there's bumblebees, around my house. I mean,
and so they don't bother the other bees, I guess.
Yeah, I have my hive just right there in the backyard, so it's not very far from everything else. So when we put it there, we wanted them to know their environment, so we immediately let our chickens and turkeys out, and they all went and kind of checked it out. I think one of them got stung, and okay, I'm not going over there anymore. One of the turkeys, it was kind of not funny, but yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I did not know this, but when that bee stings, it dies.
Yeah.
Because the stinger comes out.
Yeah, so when bees sting,
so they don't really want to sting.
They don't want to sting, yeah.
They don't want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Now, does your zebra have an Instagram or social media? No.
I have never done that.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right. For some reason, I thought I've just seen pictures on Facebook.
Yeah, I do put pictures sometimes.
Yeah. They're so cute together. Yeah. The zebra and the donkey.
Yeah. And he's just beautiful, to look at. Aww. I never get tired of looking at him out the window. I'm like,
I got a zebra in my backyard.
He's so cute.
That's so cool.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so you brought a lot of products with you today.
I did.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll start with, did you bring something?
I did.
Okay, so we'll start with Christine and then me, and then we'll let you go on with all your stuff.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Christine, what did you bring today for products?
Okay, so I have been using a lot of different things on my back bar, and this is called Nutri Curls by Wella. And I really like it. I've got curly, wavy hair, and so it really helps me, helps my clients, and I like the smell of this. It's light, but it's moisturizing. It's a pretty good brand.
Because curls need moisture.
Yes, absolutely. And the older I get, my hair just gets dry, and it seems like my clients, their hair seems to get dry. We're all kind of aging in that way. So anyways, I like this one. So that's the conditioner. The other thing that I like to use is called Color Motion. And I like this one. This one's a shampoo. It's a color protection shampoo. But it's a really good product as well. It removes the color as you shampoo. I usually shampoo my color clients twice after a chemical service. And
so you use Wella Color?
I do. And yeah, I like this one too. I like that there's a light fragrance. I like that it removes the chemical off the hair. I like that it feels squeaky clean. A little bit goes a long ways. So that's the next one. And then the other one is a mask. And this is Nutri Curl as well. And I really like this one. Adds a lot of moisture. You leave this on for about 5 minutes. And yeah, this one's pretty good too. So I've been really happy with these products. And then the other one, of course, I had to throw this one in because it is called Bond and Repair Blowout Primer, and it's by Chi. And I started using it on myself, but then when I started loving it, then I brought it into the salon, and I've been using it on my clients. There again, it's for curly and wavy hair, and yeah, this is amazing. They say a little bit it goes a long ways. It says,
like, what do you like about it for your hair?
I use it for like anti-frizzy.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you put it on before you blow dry?
You do it before you blow dry. Bonders with hemp oil. I think you can use it for a little bit of everything, but from what I understand, it's more of a smoother.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I've used that beautiful blowout look.
Yes.
Okay.
I've used it blow dry my hair straight. I've used it with just scrunching my hair and making curls. I've used it air drying and then putting a heat element to my hair to curl it. I've used it a lot of different ways, and I love it. Okay. Fine hair, just don't use as much. With mine, I could use a quarter size.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, pretty good.
All right. Well, I brought, it's called Hello Epic Whitening Fluoride Free Toothpaste. And I love this only because it's got activated charcoal. It's got fresh mint and coconut oil. There's no fluoride in this. It's naturally friendly. That's what it says. But I love it because it's a whitening. And it doesn't have fluoride, and it doesn't have anything bad in it. It's almost like a natural whitener. And I think it does a pretty good job.
Yeah.
My daughter always
Looks like
says,
it to me.
my daughter,
You smile.
my daughter always says, "How are your teeth so white? What are you using on your teeth?" And I told her, "This is what I use." And I actually use this the mouthwash with it too. It's the same brand. It looks exactly like this, only it's mouthwash.
Okay, so do you order it online or do you buy it locally?
You can buy this anywhere. I still shop at Walmart, but I get it delivered. I don't go in there very much at all. I'm getting very spoiled. You spoiled me with delivering my stuff. So now I get everything delivered. I order online. But yeah, you can order this. And they probably have it at any like grocery store or convenience store like Walgreens and things like that. Anywhere they have this brand, or you can order online. But the Hello Epic Whitening.
Cool.
No fluoride, because we have fluoride in all of our water and food here in the United States. So you don't need extra fluoride for sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what I brought. Now, Mary, tell us all about your stuff.
Okay. Well, she has Wella, and Sebastian is also associated with Wella, and this is Sebastian No Breaker.
Okay.
When I tried this product, I was so amazed. So when your hair's wet, you just spray it all in there, blow dry your hair. It's a reparative spray.
Okay.
So it repairs and bonds and makes your hair like awesome. And it doesn't say that it blow dries your hair faster, but it does.
So
when
for
you
fine
spray it
hair?
in, it could be for everybody.
So like after you bleach maybe, or color, or highlight, or whatever, if you spray it, it's going to seal it better? Okay, I need to order some of that.
Yeah.
Put that on my list.
Add this No Breaker is amazing.
I'll try it.
It is amazing.
Huh.
I'll
Is it a
definitely
fairly
add that.
new product with Sebastian?
It's actually been out for a couple years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. So that's like my little, like a thing that you do one time and you're like, wow. So.
And is that part of the, what is it, the elimination line that
It's
Sebastian
just their
has?
regular Sebastian line.
Okay.
It's in their just basic classic line that they've had.
Okay.
Yeah.
No breaker.
It's called No Breaker. I call it No
Breaker.
Breaker is a no-brainer. You
Yeah.
use it.
Love it.
You don't even have to think about it. Just use it.
All right. What else you got?
It's a no-brainer. Okay, so I do have a new blow dryer that has come out, and everybody wants very light, very quiet. And this is it. It does come with a diffuser and a
the
directional
nozzles.
nozzle. And
Oh, I love it has a brush,
Yeah,
too,
to clean it
out
out.
the
yeah,
vent.
yeah.
Because
So-
so many times hair goes through those vents.
Hair
clogs
goes
it up.
everywhere, obviously,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. And then it
So-
kills the blow dryer.
Well, the thing a lot of people don't like is dryers are so heavy.
Right.
And they're loud and you can't talk. So this one's actually, it's not very loud.
Oh, it's super quiet.
And that's the low. But even if you go to high, but you don't even need to do that because this is low.
Oh, that's, yeah.
And do you
So
know the
low is
voltage?
pretty hard.
Right.
Yeah, and then you can do the heat.
That's a high voltage.
Yeah.
Do you know the voltage for, is it 16?
It
or
probably
is
says
it,
on there.
It probably does.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing dryer. This
Wow.
is Olivia Garden makes this.
Okay. And
So-
it looks like a long cord as well.
Yes, it's 9 foot. So
Wow.
it is a 9-foot cord.
Wow.
Okay.
So that's that. Now you were talking about the Chi brand, and we can, if we have enough time, we can do
Yeah,
a little
go
demo
ahead.
on it, but we can wait. I'll do some other stuff.
Yeah.
But this is, I can say it looks like a tulip, but it isn't a curler. It is an actual automatic curler.
Well, we
Where
did
those
say
people-
it looked like, I said it looked like, what was it called? Somebody said the Little Shop of Horrors flower.
Yes, it's a little tulip flower.
That's what I think it looks like.
So basically all you do is you would just stick it in that little crevice, press the button, and it will curl it.
Yeah.
So it's no way for it to get stuck in there. Some of them close up and all that. This one is so easy.
Yeah, what I love about that is that it really, it maintains the curls for a few days. I love that you will not get burned.
Right.
You know, any part of your body on that device. And I love that you've got buttons for, you know, to change the heat element.
Yes, you can change the temperature.
Yeah, you can,
Yeah.
with one of those buttons, you can go forward, you can go backwards, and then there's a button to release it. It's
Yeah,
a really cool
it is so
product.
cool.
Now, there's different sizes as well, right? Barrel sizes?
There's only one
Okay.
that we sell.
Okay, so
So-
then 1 inch or
Yeah,
inch.
it's like a 1 inch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would change up the curl by the amount of hair you put in there,
But
Right.
you don't want to put like a
You
ton
don't
of
put a
hair.
ton.
or the amount of time you
Probably
leave it on.
like not.
You can change the amount of time.
So you leave it
So-
on less for a bigger wave, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, for more coarser hair.
Yeah.
The thinner the hair, then you would probably do less time.
Well, and then
Or a lower temperature also.
Okay.
tell us
So-
about the.
And there's a lava. Okay, so
yeah. Tell us about the lava part.
and this is also that royal treatment you had. That's
Yes.
made by the same company.
Right.
He is out of Houston, so he's American, USA made right here in the U.S. He actually gets the lava from Hawaii, so
Okay.
it's also here from the U.S.
That's cool.
So, and the lava is what I think when you're saying it lasts longer.
Yes.
That lava, any of the Chi lava tools seem to last longer and make the hair extremely shiny.
It's the-
something in the lava.
It's the only product that I have used to curl my hair that will last for 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
Because as long and dense as my hair is, it just a couple hours and my curls come out. But with that, 2 to
Yeah.
3 days.
I know, it's amazing. So
Yeah.
that's a little beauty secret.
Yeah, and not only that, it gives you shine, and I think it seals in so that it
Yeah.
actually makes it look
It
shiny
definitely is
and
shinier.
conditioning buffers
And they have
to it.
flat irons. I use their flat iron. I actually curled my hair with the flat iron. I know how to do that, and I feel like it makes the hair shinier. I'll use other curling irons and flat irons, and it's different, the lava. So this is another brand we sell, and I think this is really cool because the Aquage brand actually went through and they repackaged, and the packaging they have is 100% recyclable packaging. They take bottles from the ocean because this has algiplex. That is one of their key ingredients. So they get their ingredients from the sea, and this any of their plastics are plastics that are recycled plastics from the ocean.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So they are trying to be way sustainable with using things like this.
Nice.
So yeah, I thought that was really cool.
That's
That
pretty
is
cool.
really cool.
So, but they have, this is just their strengthening shampoo, conditioner. They have uplifting foam. They have a thickening spray gel. This is amazing if you have thin hair and you want to thicken it up. They have dry shampoo and finishing spray. Finishing spray is very popular hairspray by them. So,
Yeah, they did change the packaging.
yes, the packaging is way different, and so people sometimes don't even recognize it anymore. But this is what Aquage looks like now.
Okay, that's
So-
cool.
Yeah,
So they have linked up with a nonprofit organization.
and they get their bottles, their plastics from the ocean, which people
So now,
are.
does the same guy still own that?
Actually, it's so interesting how companies go. Okay, so Matrix was, because Matrix was my beginner, company that I love. They sold Matrix and created Aquage.
Okay.
Okay, so now they have sold Aquage also.
Okay.
So now the original owners
Okay.
don't own this company anymore. No.
So Matrix is the.
Well, that was no. That's not who owns this either.
Oh, okay.
So I remember.
I just say that like people, they have a company and then they sell it,
Right.
and then they start new companies.
Yes.
So
Huh.
this was the people that created this company were the original
okay.
Matrix owners.
Okay.
But now they don't own this either.
Yeah.
But I just think it's interesting how the companies, their backstory.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Well, I
know.
remember back in the day when I was in hair school, where there was a hair show in Galveston, and there was like 10 of us, and we caravanned to Galveston for, a crazy weekend at the
Yeah.
hair show. And it was a Matrix show.
Yeah.
And they had a coiffure there. We met the guy.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
don't remember his name.
Dennis Lubin, he would have been, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Huh.
that sounds correct. That sounds correct.
See, when I think of that line, I think of beachy hair.
Yeah.
I think of,
Yeah.
the salty beachy
But we
hair
think
look.
they do have products for that too, though.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So
So it's
yeah.
a huge line.
Yeah.
It is. We also sell Paul Mitchell, and they have come out with a Bond Ambition. So this is a Bonder product.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so educate me about that.
okay, so let me get my glasses. So it is you have steps to it. And step one, you put it in your product. And then step two is when you've finished your product, your chemical service. So number one goes in your chemical service, whether it's bleach or color, to help have extra bond in your,
Okay.
To seal it in.
well, to make the hair healthier while you're doing a chemical service.
Okay. So to
Right.
protect the hair.
Yes. And then the step two is after you finished it and you're rinsing, this is a sealant, a conditioner
Okay.
that you put on. So this, I'll get the bottles
So
out.
there's a product you put in your products when you're doing hair services, chemical services,
Yeah.
and then there's a conditioner to use after.
After
Okay.
you shampoo, then you use that as
And
a
you can use
sealant.
any shampoo.
So this is like a bonder system.
Oh,
So
wow, I haven't used that before.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't either. Do you have
So-
samples of that stuff? Or?
there you go.
Oh, thank you. Just ask and receive. Woohoo!
So you like Wella. Yes. So this is Wella. Ultimate Repair. So this is brand new by Wella.
Oh, okay.
So here y'all go.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
So
Presents. I love
this
presents.
is
Ultimate repair.
This is in 90 seconds. This will repair your hair. So
Oh,
you
wow.
shampoo. It is best to shampoo the hair, condition the hair with their products. Or if you don't, just make sure the hair is very clean and conditioned like you would normally do. Spray this when the hair is towel dried and then blow dry it in the hair.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so this is the spray, and then this is just a conditioner in here.
If y'all want a little
Awesome.
bigger sizes, here you go.
I'll let you
And
have
so
that
y'all
one
can-
since she gave me
yeah.
this.
Sure.
And
Thank you.
use a lot of Wella. And you were talking about curly hair.
Yes.
So,
The Diva stuff.
yes.
I've never really used the Diva stuff, and I have curly hair,
Yeah,
so I
and
don't
I
know.
have used it. I've used I've been educated to cast my hair with the towel and use the little glove hand thingy.
Yeah, so these are the Ultra Defining Gel.
Sweet.
Cool.
So that is very popular by them.
So I've also, and I don't know if this is true, but using this Diva Curl, that you have to do it for at least 2 weeks to get a maximum benefit.
Yes, because
from the whole line.
I think you do notice the more you use it, the hair will start getting its curl pattern back.
Okay.
Because a lot of times you've blown dry your hair like straight for
You
so
pulled
long.
out the curls.
Yeah, the curls
for
are just
so
not
long.
what they used to be. You know, like, why is my hair like not the same?
Yeah.
Well, once you get it back into that curl pattern, these things and this brand does help that. So by
About
using
2
it
weeks.
longer, yeah, you'll start noticing your curl pattern, and then you'll be like, wow, this is amazing. So this is a super cream, so it's also a
I
cream that
haven't
you can,
tried that.
yeah. So that is a creamier version of then like that ultra, and it's more, it won't be so,
Crunchy.
yeah, but it's still not super crunchy, the ultra gel, but that is even softer.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is a flex factor, and this is really new by them.
And what does a flex factor do?
Well, it's brand new.
Okay.
It's going to give you that flexibility, like, and bounce in your hair.
Curl protection and retention primer.
Yeah. So that will help keep that, and it'll be more flexible. So you
Okay.
don't have to have that crunchy feel.
Sweet.
So it'll be a softer
There used to be
feel.
a hairstylist that I worked with that she only specialized in curly hair. And it would take her a good hour from shampooing to using the products to casting it to drying it and then having these amazing bouncy curls. And so...
And Diva, if she does the Diva
Yeah,
cut,
she does the Diva.
So if you're doing that, there is a system to it. It's a procedure.
Right.
So,
there's hair classes and
they have
certifications that go along with it.
You have to be certified. They will actually, if you take their Diva curl cutting classes, you can get on their Diva curl website, and people can look up that, and they'll find you're a place they can go get that.
Right. Every client that she has done, I'm just in awe, over
Oh,
because
it's amazing.
it was just beautiful curls. I mean, they come in and it's like, ooh,
And they teach you a special way to cut that hair so you enhance that curl the best.
How often do they do classes like that?
Since COVID situation,
They haven't
been doing a lot of
They've been
that.
doing them before.
Yeah, so I think things are starting to, even to this day, start to open up more.
Well, yeah, it's been 2 years.
It's taking a
we
while.
need to get over that.
Yeah, it's taken
2
a while.
years?
I know.
Come on.
It's taken a long time.
Get back out there.
The only last thing, I actually have a few more things. This is Maria Nila. So this is an
I don't know
awesome
anything
brand.
about her.
Y'all can smell, feel, touch. Keep that.
What's that one?
And
Invisadry shampoo. Oh, dry shampoo.
yeah. So yeah,
I love the smell stuff.
yes. And so
So does it make it white or is it
that's an Invisadry. So no,
Invisa.
it's Invisadry.
smells amazing?
It's invisible. So that particular brand has color refreshers, and a lot of times when you do color refreshers, you will dry the hair out. But this does not. These are actually conditioners.
I'm like, I know why to do it.
Oh, spray it. Come on.
It smells good.
Yeah, it does smell really
It
good.
does. Everything they have smells
It makes my nose hairs feel like they're stuck.
So educate me about this product real quick.
Y'all can keep it.
Oh, what?
So
Okay.
where are they from?
They are from, they're in Europe.
Okay.
So
Do you want the dry shampoo or the finishing?
I'll do the finishing
I'll trade you.
because I don't do dry shampoo.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't have dry hair.
No, it's to not shampoo your hair.
I know, I don't do that.
Oh.
Because my
I mean,
hair,
you don't have oily hair.
I mean, yeah.
So
I want to create the oils in my
want them in
hair
Sweden.
Yes.
They
throughout
are
the
from
week.
Sweden.
So my hair gets oily and I have to use dry shampoo.
Yeah, and see, you wash your hair more often than I do. I only do mine about once a week. So I like the oils that come out of my hair. So I don't ever use dry shampoos. They make my scalp really itchy. So I just, I mean, my hair looks better and better as the week goes on.
Yeah, mine not so much. Yeah. She has twice
That's
as
the
much hair as
difference
me.
in thin hair and thicker hair.
Right.
But you gotta have,
Yeah.
you know, all
I
kinds in the
love
world.
recommending dry shampoo to my clients, but for myself, it just doesn't.
Yeah.
But that one's a
benefit
good one
me.
because it's invisible. So if you are brunette, you don't get that.
Yeah.
With
Right.
blonde, you don't see
'Cause
it as
that's
much.
part of the problem,
but with
too.
brunettes,
Yeah.
it's a problem.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I gave her the Moroccan oil one that was dark.
Yes.
Because I couldn't use it.
Right.
But it smells so good.
Yeah, it,
It
does too. And we
does.
sell Moroccan oil too, so.
Right.
Yeah, anything
right.
Moroccan
They're
oil.
big as well.
Yes, I love that brand. And they just came out with color. So some people don't know that they have a permanent color and they have a demi-color. The demi-color is called
idea.
Calypso. It's in bottles. And then they have a permanent line called Rhapsody. And it's in tubes.
Okay. Are they like 2-ounce tubes?
Yeah, right around 2 ounces.
Like 1-to-1 ratio?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
curious.
bought their foil and it's gorgeous.
Yes.
Well, now these product lines are coming out with, like Matrix, they have a 3-ounce tube as opposed to, it's like 1 to 2 ounce ratio. And like Wella, they're 2 ounce 1-to-1. So now these companies are coming out with bigger and better ways of doing, of conserving
and that's why a lot of
and
stuff,
saving money.
I joke
as
and
well.
say the only thing that stays the same is everything keeps changing.
Right. So that's why I was
So it's always like evolving.
The only thing that's consistent is change.
Yes,
Right.
and that keeps happening.
Right. If you're a Matrix
All the
person,
time.
your tubes are less expensive because you've got 3 ounces of color and you're using 1 to 2 ratio, I believe. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we sell so many other brands too.
And what are these crazy colors?
So these are the crazy colors that are Maria Nila.
Okay, those are Maria Neal. Like
Yes.
the sprays.
So
we
these
just
have
used.
these are conditioners that color refresh. A lot of color refreshers dry the hair out. This is a conditioner.
Okay.
So
Oh,
it's
nice.
an amazing way to refresh.
I love those colors.
All right. Well, we are gonna wrap it up. Mary, you got anything
Okay.
else?
I got one more thing, and this is just skincare
Oh,
lotions.
Oh my
Just for
gosh.
you guys.
Thank you.
That's the Hints line, and those are just awesome lotions. So.
Because our hands, when we're shampooing
yes.
constantly, are
Here,
so
smell.
dry all the time.
smells.
And they have the original that most people get, but they do have
That smells good.
little
Let me smell it.
little flavors they come out with. That
I
are-
love this kind of.
Yeah, they smell.
Oh, they smell
always
really
I love
good.
this kind of lotion too. I really do.
And usually these aren't. They come out like seasonal stuff,
Yes.
like spice pumpkin and.
Yes.
So that's just a brand. It's just fun.
Well, thank you, Mary, for
You're
all
very
this.
welcome.
Thank
We
you
really
for
do appreciate
the
it.
presents. I had no idea we were getting presents.
Yeah.
Love goodies.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some presents.
Yes, absolutely. We've been
Okay.
educated on products today.
Yes, we thank you so much for bringing everything and showing us and telling us all the stuff. And if
been
there's
fun.
yes, and so tell them one more thing if you want to give away a pig or
Oh yeah, please, if anybody is interested in potbelly pigs,
yes.
I need to get rid of some pigs.
yes.
Go to the Fort Worth Armstrong store.
And Mary,
hunt down
you
Mary.
can find Mary at the Fort Worth Armstrong McCall store.
Oh my gosh.
We thank you so much
Yes.
for
Well,
coming
thank you
today.
for educating us.
Yes, and so I'm Angela,
I'm Christine.
and thanks for watching Hair Color Confessional. We'll see you next time.
Bye.